quiet Vitality roster, but I think, you know, I've heard from Phil's side of things. I don't want you to maybe outline it to the newer viewer. Why we always hammer on about how the Vitality have this potential vintage Vitality. There's all these tags attached to them. Can you give us a history lesson, Bryce? Because I think you've got some time.
These players have been the French players for a long time.
Okay. How long's a long time?
I'm trying to put it into years. 5? Okay. I'm going to go with 5 years. I'm probably wrong. You're talking about the last championship they won with Mythics a long time ago.
Let's go with 5 years.
And, you know, not only that, but they're the most popular players in France, you know, massive following for them as well here. But we talk about potential as in, you know, they could do. I don't think their consistency is anywhere near as high as the top teams in this league, but they can, on the day, play the best teams in this league and beat them. But I don't think they can do it consistently. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about potential with this squad here.
You're not talking about winning leagues.
No, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't win this league. And as much as that's a kind of maybe a shock for some of the French fans out there, it's just realistic. I'm just being perfectly honest with you. So yeah, I think realistically, like, some of these players could definitely slot into other CWL teams. Say this team broke up, right? You would see these players potentially on other CWL teams. We've seen them do it before. So I think, yeah, Vitality have this great potential to beat anybody on the day. But I also think they're going to be better at big events. That's where these players really like to play. I don't think they're as good in pro leagues. They've famously been bad at it.
I forgot about that theory you had.
Yeah.
You brought it back up. Yeah. The Bryce-tacular, the French are much better on LAN theory. We'll see.
It's not a theory if it's correct.
I mean,
it's the same way as theory as gravity is a theory. It's still right.
Opinions can't be correct, can they?
No, but historical facts can be.
Yes.
And they suck in the pro league for the last few years. And they've been better at events.
Okay, so you'd back what you say. Statistically, Vitality have been better offline than online. That's how you'd phrase it.
Or just the rude way, which I just did.
Yeah, the rude way. Either way, but there we go. We are ready. It looks like the bands will be the exact same overclock. Oh, actually, hang on a second. Did overclock get taken away in the other one? Yeah, I think it was last. So it should be the band should be exactly the same. We're going to be ready to go straight on into the draft as well. It's going to be quick because the guys will have had a chance, to have edited their classes, and so you can expect to see a quick draft, and we can go straight on through towards our game. It will be our second map in our second series of the day here for the third week of the Call of Duty World League.
Oh, that's different, and I actually don't mind that, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, I do mind it. I don't know. I've never.
Right, brainstorm.
Let's brainstorm. It's all right. So
the gravity spikes.
So there are two theories to this. The first is that he misclicked and wanted overdrive, which makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
The second is the one we're now going to have to theory craft, is that he actually wanted gravity spikes.
Sure.
And where are you going to use the gravity spikes? Clean out the bomb site. If you think, I mean, it's not going to be the easiest thing to do, but if you think a lot of the gunfights actually go round in there. And the bomb being pretty much one of the best pieces of cover in this entire game.
Sure.
You know, if you can get in, if you don't have to take that gunfight and you gravity spike your way in. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's brilliant. I'm just saying it's possible.
It is possible. I mean, we always give gravity spikes a little bit of a kind of boost when you suggest they're in a small enclosed space. Because of that low roof, you actually you don't spend so much time in the air. That's the only time when gravity spikes perhaps could be picked up over something like overdrive.
They're not quick to get either, gravity spikes.
They're a slow one. I think that might be one of the slowest. I remember a long time ago I was looking at the timings, and
they haven't come up in a while. I can't remember the last time I saw gravity spikes.
I mean, we've just lost a player, and it's Kataga, so maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, I think it may have been a misclick. Like I said, I wanted to theory craft the gravity spikes, but it was really difficult because I was fairly convinced that wasn't supposed to be right.
So I've got something fun for you, Bryce. This is going to be fun. I think we have to go for a third reset.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a good reset.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It's just like clearing the system. It's like detoxing. That's what this is.
A third reset.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Have you made yourself just smoothies for a whole month or something?
No. See, I'm too much of a meat eater for that. I could even meat smoothies. I'd be like, yeah, that'd be more.
Smoothie.
Which I'm fairly certain is not the kind of the point of a detox. I think.
How does a meat smoothie work? Like, just like shredding chicken and
pulled pork. Oh, that'd be great.
Drinking it?
Yeah, I'll be okay with it.
Actually making me like gag.
I'll be okay with it.
You would?
Yeah. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be like a hot broth.
Oh, it's actually making me feel sick. No. No.
I'll put the question back to you. Have you detoxed?
I don't think so, no. Not that I remember.
Not that you. I feel like you would remember
Because that's
something
when
like
you
that.
consciously, you'd remember. I mean, I remember one of my friends was doing it, and they were basically drinking something stupid like ginger tea, like just ginger and green tea and ginger tea, and then they would have one bowl of soup and then like a smoothie in the afternoon. They lost a load of weight, right? But do you know what happens when
They put it back on.
when you start eating properly again? Your body's like, oh, thank God, food, proper food, and it does nothing. You achieve
I
nothing.
mean, if you don't-
Dieting tips with with Alex and Bryce.
yeah, which
Yeah.
I could do with some.
Yeah, look forward to our takeaway later. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, great. I mean, absolutely. I would put it in a blender and have it as a smoothie.
That's healthy, right?
It certainly is. All right. Now, there is a question I do want to ask, wrenching this back on the
I
topic
appreciate
very,
that.
very
I
quickly
appreciate that.
before we get too far carried away, because I had another point. Exertus and Vitality, where do we actually think they're going to come in this league?
Exertus 5th, 6th, and Fuse 2nd, 3rd. Vitality. Good question. Don't know why I said Infuse. Oh, it's because I just glanced at my screen and saw Infuse 0 saying that someone didn't know what Crave is. But we'll come back to that, because what I do want to talk about is Vitality probably come in 5th, 6th.
Put 5th, 6th? I mean, this is the issue for me, right? Is I genuinely believe that the league is harder this season than it was last season.
Yeah. I can't see Vitality getting top 4. No way.
No, I don't see the top 4 either. I think Exertus are going to struggle because of the bad start they had. I mean, beating Epsilon was actually a bonus. They might be able to just edge it in.
Bad start losing to Millennium and Splice. I mean, they're going to lose that. Most teams are going to lose to that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
if you're going to put them top 4, then realistically they're going to have to beat those teams to get into the top 4, if you understand. Unless
Really?
Splice and Infuse are going to start dropping things anyway. I mean, Mill's bad start is a good point for them maybe getting to that top 4, but I don't know. I think I can certainly see Exertus making the finals. I can definitely see that.
Okay.
I think Vitality are going to struggle because they didn't have Exertus
Yeah.
to go against last time.
Sure.
Although beating Exertus now will certainly help in that regards. So yeah, I think it's tighter. I think it was tight last season. There were 3 teams last season with the same record, and we had to do it by map difference. It would not surprise me to see the same thing happen again.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we're talking about when we say that it's so much closer this season because of the absence of Pulse. No one's getting these 3 wins. And I mean, this is the standings that we are talking about. This is what happened last stage. This is how it ended, and you can see that Vitality did narrowly escape relegation after coming to the Stage 1 finals and having to battle for battle for survival.
But yeah, they were number 1 team in relegation, and I think they deserved that. Again, Giant, same thing. They went to their relegation. They did the job they needed to do. They got straight back into the league, and they were deserving of it in the end. Of course, this time round, it's a little bit different at the top. Millennium, of course, had those 2 losses, once against Supremacy, once against Giants, I believe. So yeah, they're trying to come through. Right now, LDLC, that's obviously the ex-TCM roster, is having a nightmare of a time.
Having a mare. They are indeed. And I mean, Vitality aren't far behind them. Can you imagine if both LDLC and Vitality start, week 3, or end week 3 with 0 and 6? Like, you are just, you're making life difficult for yourself is the very British way of saying it. But here we are, Exertus first Vitality. You better believe it. It only took us 3 attempts, but now we are ready. And you can see that Gataga is rocking the overdrive. He's got what he was what initially after. No more of that gravity spike nonsense.
Right, well, let's jump on board with the attacking squad.
Can you go back to Dave for a second?
Yes.
Oh, I love it, Dave. There's a mutual love thing going on.
I wouldn't be too happy about that. He had it for Momo last week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, he loves the best 2 casters. That's kind of...
Oh, okay. I see how this one's kicking off. But speaking of kicking off, we're already seeing kills go down. Vortex has got one. Desire gets another. And Vortex is now pushing them out. They did not attack from the normal direction. Vortex actually managed to come through mid. So now they do have control here. It's Broken and Whalers. A 2 versus 4 for these 2 to pick up. They have no advantage. The bomb is down. They're pretty much in the worst position you could be, except they have a teammate.
I mean, yeah, I was going to say, wait for Broken to die, then it's the worst position they could possibly be in. It is going to be, excuse me, my voice is breaking, as is the Vitality defense. 24 seconds, and Whalers is just sitting there like, right, we don't want to give them any streaks. We don't want to do anything particularly risky, so I'm just going to throw my body into the side. Oops, there goes 1, and looks like there goes 2. Never mind.
No, not a single kill for Vitality in that first round.
And that will be perhaps a very, very unlikely scenario again for Exertus. We know Vitality are competent S&D players.
Yeah, I think
a 0 and a 4 still standing team ace is certainly not something you'll see every day. Not something you'll see every round. There we go. I'm sure you'll see it every day if you play a lot of Call of Duty.
All right, well, let's jump on board with Vitality and see if they can answer back. Now, we're already seeing several M8s, so that definitely suggests a B rush to me, or at least a B hold and pick. Already seeing one. Risking, looking for one here. Is he going to push up top rock? He is trying to look for this now. Very, very slow push coming in here. Gataga pre-aiming as well. Wailers makes that first kill. Gataga gets one as well. Can he make this next kill? It's big for Gataga, but he's not able to get it. Desire looking for the 2. He goes down as well. Hawkeye now left alone in a 1 versus 2. Well, let's jump on board with him, see if he can clutch up.
That made me so uncomfortable. Why did Desire feel the need to peek? But look at that from Hawkeye. He's actually managed to level his... Oh, no! Okay, be still. Calm it down. He had the peeker's advantage. He got the first set of tags, but Broke unfortunately stabilized enough. He had a very confident play here. Just immediately went to try and trade it out. Yeah. Hawkeye hit the first shot. You can see the bullet did whistle past Broken. He was 1 shot. He needed 1 extra bullet, and that would have gone the way of Hawkeye. But no,
a lot of confidence from Broken there. Just pretty much go and challenge it like that. He was obviously confident in his gun skill. Knew the other player would be jumping up and down, so wouldn't have continuous vision of it. So he thought, you know what? If he's going to have to jump up again, he doesn't know I'm here. I might be able to make this trade.
And so we're ready to once again begin the adventure that is Xertus versus Vitality. Vortex is not going to get anything there. No. Very, very rare to see the H60 find success towards that very open rocks area. Kataga's already taken the head off Dave. This is not ideal. But then again, Vortex catching a whole lot of information that not only there's a player towards top rock, but also
the big kill if he can make it. It's not going to. Down he goes. And unfortunately, Desire and Hawkeye are now 2 versus 4. They don't actually have the bomb either. Does manage to get it though. Desire bringing it back to a 2 versus 3. They do know where he is though. Wailers is going to be in a great position. Surely Wailers is going to make this. Wailers has managed to stay alive, but Gataga comes in to save his life, leaving Desire in a 1 versus 3. Has a VMP. He's about to go down.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to turn on towards Broken. Not going to happen, and Vitality will find another round in just our second of the series. You can see Broken's flank there. There was almost that COD timing just as he turned away to start his rotation. He got caught out by the French AR.
Yeah, if anything had happened there, I mean, you're pretty much you're on top rock. You've got a VMP, and there's 3 players against you. It's just not a winnable scenario.
I mean, he did pick up that VMP, you know, to his downfall. Perhaps he did rock the M8 as well. But, I mean, here we do see, once again, an aggressive style of play from Riskin. 0 surprises about that, but he's already going to be in towards the B bomb site, and I do like how effective he can be from this scenario, because I think he's going to go for the plant. The plant that is available for middle as well. Vitality, all they need to do now is position themselves for the after plant. They don't need to go aggressive towards rocks, and I'm going to kick them if they do. Nice. This is what I'm talking about. They can just back it up, hold angles, and he just jump for that defuse. Life is good in the Vitality hood.
Well, now Vortex, big kill if he can make it. He's not going to either. And unfortunately, it now means they don't have the advantage, but oh my goodness, just ripped him to death. Risking now. Can he defend this? He's looking for one. He doesn't manage to get it, and Hawkeye picks him out of the sky. And there we go.
What did you just say?
I was going to say pieces and then death. So I was going to say he rips him to death.
Okay. I thought you had like a very weird stutter. You just kind of went, rips him to there. Just
it
was
pieces and death combined. He ripped him to death pieces.
But you didn't address it at all, which was so...
I was just going to continue on with the action.
It was incredible.
I was well aware of you laughing next to me.
No, it just made me question my vocab, like, pleth. Rips into pleth. What could that mean? Pleth. Pieces and death. Today I learned. I like that. Fantastic.
Sometimes you've got to change the language.
I love that.
Oh, wait a second.
Desire's pulled the overdrive, and he's going to look to try and put Vitality into...
early B control.
Early B control is what I was going to be saying. Unfortunately, Bryce said it for me.
I wanted to make up more words.
I can talk like this as well if you'd like.
I was calling it Bacol. That's the new B control.
Patrol.
Yeah.
So I'm going for one of those karma peaks we were talking about over that corner, top corner. And look at this. Not only has Dave got an incredible skin on his VMP, he's also getting that bomb down. 0 and 3 though for him. 40 seconds, and Vortex is holding this, what feels like a risky angle to me, Bryce.
It does, but fortunately, with his teammates around him here, they're really stacking close. So a trade will come in regardless, and they're just obviously trying to bait somebody in here. But this is a big kill. Desire actually making that kill was huge, and look at them, they're just drawing them in.
This surely is going to be the end of it.
Yeah,
It will be.
ended up getting both. I didn't even get him. I thought Desire was going to pick it up in the end.
And so Xertus 3, Vitality 2. And you can see these double kill now for Hawkeye in this final kill cam. Just bursts them down with his M8. Rocking reflex, long barrel, and stock on towards that one. And Hawkeye, I mean, you have to admit, there's a lot of similarities to be drawn between this kind of week 3 roster change and TCM making that roster change. I think it was in towards week 3 as well in stage 1, whereby they brought in Sunny B.
Yeah.
And you know, like it wasn't an underperforming Zerg, it was Sunny B, and this feels very similar to that, as already we see Hawkeye kind of showing us why he has been picked up in this team. 7 kills in Search and Destroy. We talked about his prowess in his game mode already, and he's just proving exactly where those opinions came from.
Well, very similar scenario to last time. Dave does have a little bit of a peek here. Is he going to be challenged? Not going to be able to get anything yet. Seeing Vortex actually try and grab control here. Can he make that kill? It's huge if he can, but he's being challenged as well. Just sprays with the M8, not able to get it. Desire manages to get one down as well. Hawkeye's trying to get one, but Dave has gone in. It's now Hawkeye in a 1 versus 2.
He does have camo, and he could use this. He even has a dart should he need to defend this, but all he has to do is try and hunt for this one. He's going to pull the camo. He's actually going to go for this. He needs to check his corners, and he's going to find one with the RK5 you would expect, but no, surely going to get quickly traded. Okay, Whalers, you silly sausage. He nearly lost that round. Tagged him up, couldn't quite frag him up, and then it gave Hawkeye the opportunity to not only 180, but also to fire off a first burst of his RK5. Whalers, you are a lucky man. Hawkeye, if you had a few more bullets in the clip.
One more burst, I think that may have gone differently. But Whalers, if it had gone differently, Whalers would have been so upset.
No, Whalers would have broken his controller, Bryce. We'd have had to have taken some sort of tactical pause while he rebuilt his controller. But 3-3, and we do see a lightning strike and a dart in the pocket of Hawkeye. It looks like he's going to be bringing out that dart to play.
Well, let's see what he does here. I already see people pushing forward. Vortex might have a challenge here.
I mean, once the call's made and the dart's in play.
Yeah. He's going to call out to his teammate as soon as he sees that other player.
And
yeah,
push. There you go. Oh, rush that. Oh my god, wait for the lock on Hawkeye. A little bit kill hungry.
I think Vortex ended up pushing it. Did they end up getting the kill? And they do have the advantage now, Machine. However, look at that. They're going to push towards B, and there's 2 players actually stacking it.
Yeah, they've got 50 seconds that they should not be committing towards a site, so brash. Unfortunately, they won't. Nice work from Broken. Excuse me, Vortex getting that slide. Broken, the only player to deliver for Vitality in this round, and Exertus fine 4. Incredibly close between these two. Not forgetting, Vitality won the hard point, and now 4-3.
Vortex picking up 3 that round as well. Well, the first one from assist from a dart, but ends up breaking them through, and they will take the advantage here now. Specialists and Streaks actually coming into play to try and determine some of these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, this junction, I do want to address that Vitality have still got an underperforming player in the form of Whalers. Just 2 kills, and we saw how wobbly he did look. It's rare to see Whalers not providing at least a consistent scoreline. His teammates rocking double, if not more, than his current score, and Gataga's aggression is met by Vortex and his VMP. Riskin, though, did trade. Mid-control does go once again back over towards the French for now. Bomb, where is it? It's in the hands of Riskin, and it's actually present on the B side.
It is a heat wave.
Should be a free plant here. He's not going to get challenged out. Oh, I told the lie.
No, he burned the Specialist as well. Desires it. Oh no. Oh, no.
That's one of those rounds that puts you on the TILT. You completely are going to be sitting there, and whilst this, what potentially final round is played out, all you're going to be able to think about was that exchange. Not only did you invest your Specialist, you also got out-aimed, out-brained, and outdone. Desire double with the RK5, and now Whalers is in a pit of despair. Oh, Riskin, excuse me, it was Riskin.
I just want to quickly check. They still have the lightning strike.
This should be Exertus.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, Vitality actually made a decent play that last round because we ended up seeing them actually push not the usual way. They didn't get trapped outside B. They knew they had a lightning strike anyway, but Dave's already picked up one of the kills.
How? Where was he?
Must have been sitting back and gone for a high fly. Oh, heatwave pop there. That's going to melt a bit of snow and not do an awful lot more. Oh, lightning strike, never mind. Lightning strike takes care of it. 6-3 to Exertus in the end, and those last 3 rounds, it was 3-3, and then Exertus just blew them away.
And the final kill coming in a rather spectacular fashion with the lightning strike to find Exertus leveling out the series to 1-1. We said, you know, just in the pre-show that this was going to be a day of potentially very close games, and this looks like this is going to be doing what the others couldn't. It'll enable us to find that search and destroy. Which potentially, excuse me, a guarantee perhaps to see that CTF alongside, hopefully, a full 5 maps. Wouldn't mind seeing another Search and Destroy is on the cards. However, it takes a while to get there now. Just 2 maps of the 5 done. Next up, we have Uplink Evac.
Yeah, we do. Now, I can see it going all the way. I genuinely
I'm starting to get that feeling.
You get that Game 5 feeling, right? So, yeah, it genuinely wouldn't surprise me at the moment here. I think CTF for me is always very 50-50, just because it comes down to these very, very minute, small moments. There are only a few teams who can really you can kind of bet on that we're actually going to take it here. Like I said, a lot of the CTFs for me do go 50-50, and that's just down to specialists and the way they're used. Uplink, however, I mean, we've seen great play from Vitality on it. And if I was going to say, you know, Vitality should have a really good time on this map. I think they're gonna probably be. I'm going to say it. I think Vitality can be exerts on this map.
And your reasoning behind that is?
I've got a lot of faith in the way Vitality have been playing in the hard point, especially. I think if they're slaying correctly, which is what they've been doing, then they're going to be allowed to kind of run their uplink game the way they want to.
I mean, we always know that Vitality have been a team that can have great uplinks. Like super good uplinks, and it always seems to be, like you've already hinted at, it does seem to be, again, believe it or not, with Vitality, hit or miss, like these guys. We've seen them look awful on uplink, but then when Gataga and Riskin, actually, Riskin's a name that we haven't mentioned too much of. He gets a very honourable mention on towards uplink. He's a player that you have to keep your eyes out on. Not only is he playing the drone, that's more kind of usually given towards the likes of your Gataga, but what Riskin does is he's always that kind of first man battling for the push. He's the one trying to break through towards their opponent's kind of defensive side to enable the 1 points to 2 pointers to come through, and that's something that is often sometimes unnoticed in the observing or in the cast. But when you kind of go back and you watch it, you see Riskin being that break, that point of contact that usually, when things go well for Vitality, is on form.
Yeah, and you know what? That's, again, just the entirety of Vitality. They have to be on form, or we just don't see anything from them.
Could you not apply that to any team?
No, I don't think you can. I think some teams are just their form
even when they're not on form.
Their form does not vary as much as I believe Vitality's does. So I think it's one of those things here where you can expect brilliance, and you'll hear us screaming about Vitality making these amazing plays. And the same thing, you can go, well, they're actually playing this all wrong.
Yeah.
This is just terrible. This is all going horribly badly for them.
Well, Evac uplink is about to go down. You can see that actually. Bryce, often regarded as the man to doubt the French, has put some belief in them, and you're believing that they can pick up this win
Sometimes
here.
you got to believe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, in the wise words.
This is not just because I'm going to France in 2 days.
That's a good point. Yeah, has that announcement been made, or was that?
Yeah, that's
okay. Just making sure. I know that's a mistake I've fallen into before. Like, I'm going somewhere tomorrow. I don't think I can actually tell you where I'm going. But yeah, we are ready to get underway. Concussion flashbang going to be banned away. Overclock actually taken out.
Guess the last 2.
Oh, you know, this is going to be tough. I'm going to go for shock charges and...
Not anymore. Rules have been updated.
Tracker.
Rules have been actually updated today. Can't take them anymore.
No, apparently not. Apparently not till next week. Phil called me out
when
I brought them up. Yeah.
It said 5th.
Well, Phil was like, yeah, Alex, that's great, mate. Lovely point, but nah, not till next week.
Okay, so only Phil knew that. Phil didn't bother to share it with us.
Why would he? It's not like we work together.
Yeah, it's almost, thanks for that, Phil. Anyway, there we go. Double tack coming in, overdrive taking away, and overclock. No afterburner, though. So we are going to be seeing some great wall runs coming in for this uplink.
I certainly hope so. It's always a beautiful, beautiful premise when you have not only the game mode that requires the best movement, it also is on the map that enables Afterburner to have these ridiculous routes. It's all coming together. And then I do quickly have a glance around the names. Have we got any movers and shakers? I mean, we've got ourselves a Gataga, we've got ourselves a Riskin.
Any movers and shakers? I was wondering if you were referring to a specialist then. I was like, moving and shaking specialist? What is he on about? But you're talking about the players, all right. I'm back on the same page with
yes, that are competent in the movement department.
That'd be a great new one, a mover and shaker. What would it do? What would a mover and shaker specialist do?
I'm sorry, I'm distracted because one of our colleagues, Lauren or Pansy, says, Jesus Bryce-tacular, a meat smoothie, machine save him.
Hey, don't knock it until you tried it. I mean, I've not tried it either.
A meat smoothie, it makes me want to vomit. It really does, that whole idea. Ooh.
It'll be fine.
Okay, maybe I'll try it. Hang on, let me just, I like to Google things. Meat smoothie.
I feel like that's not a safe Google. That is 100% not a safe Google.
Anyone has a meat? Oh, yeah, no, that is not safe. That was an unsafe Google.
That was a mistake.
Oh, I really made, sorry, oversight on my part.
As soon as you started typing, I went, that cannot go well. That cannot go well. Anyway, let's get back. Wow. into this
Okay.
game.
So, Call of Duty.
What have you
Call of
done?
Duty, Bryce. Call of Duty.
Oh.
Semtex banned. H6D banned. That's a lot of explosives gone. I think the main observation is that there's 0 specialists. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know how often that's happened. I'd love to be able to
No,
just pluck a stat out of thin air.
a lot of the time you're going to see things like active camo banned on this one.
I mean, active camo kinetic are almost 100%, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, you rarely see them.
Yeah, I do
slip
agree
through.
with that. But right now, we're not seeing either. Although, yeah, we're not seeing either. And not only that, Vitality were already really early. It threw me off for a second there. So let's see how this game goes down, and I do have a bit of faith actually coming out of them here. I think my opinion might rapidly change if we start seeing a lot of ones missed.
Oh, look at that. That's a great answer. RPS says Epsilon will top the league. Why? Because of Scraps. Faith in Scrapsy, the new addition to Epsilon. What else we got going on here? Creasy, what does he say?
Splice says, well, he says at Splice Pro. Splice, that's all he says. No explanation needed, just Splice.
Okay, Nate's actually giving us a little bit more to the story. He says, my boys from Team Infused are coming first in the CWL. Easily. 0 just destroys everyone. I feel that. Hashtag CWL PS4 if you want to join the conversation, folks. And now we prepare for Call of Duty World League match number 3. Map number 3. I'm struggling today. Match and map. The thing is I use the word match, map, and game all very differently. And you've got to get your head around it.
We've gone to bits a little bit in this cast. It's all gone wrong.
I don't think it's all gone wrong.
It's going wrong. It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
We need a detox again. We can bring this back.
I'll order a meat smoothie quickly.
Yeah, let's not do that. Right. Let's get into this game. Let's try and kind of break it down for the people at home as we do jump in here. Quick flick through, see what everybody's running. 3 VMPs actually coming out from Exertus. We're a little bit more holding. Broken and Whalers going to be taking them M8s. Now, it wouldn't surprise me to see Exertus get this drone and whip it mid very, very quickly.
I mean, this seems to be like for the this red spawn, this side of the map. That's where Millennium attempted as well on towards this map and game mode. It seems to be the kind of perfect start if you can make it happen. And one of the required ingredients is Vortex taking this route and getting this opening kill. He did catch a glimpse of someone. His teammates have done a lot of the work. He needs to go and make a bit more of his presence known, though. They're taking the outside route, it seems, and it's working out beautifully. They've got three down, and now they can go for either the 1-point lineup here, or, yep, it's the 1-pointer. They're going to throw out. Looked a little rushed. No, it will work out. Hawkey, quick on the 1-point, enables his team just to extend their lead and start as they need to go on.
Is he going to take control of this and just run away with it? No, he's going to try and just push it back a little bit there. Not able to get anything. Here we now have Vitality are going to have control, and they've decided to actually just throw it out. They're not confident in the amount of kills they're making.
4 minutes just still on the clock, and we are going to be preparing ourselves for what could very well be a little bit of a dreary few moments. Dave takes down 2, and now we do see a bit of a stalemate starting to establish itself. Then again, Dave does grab the drone, and now unless Whalers can take him down, they could be encountering a little bit of a problem. Dave making a whole lot of noise. He's making a ruckus. He has got rid of that drone, so his whereabouts are not known for now. He's got a fantastic skin on that. Excuse me, camo on that VMP, excuse me. Slip of the tongue.
All right, well, jumping on board with Vortex now. And he's in a great position. He picks off 1. Can he get that second? Oh! Surely not. Vortex just burned them. Vitality are not making any headway with this drone. Is Gataga now going to go for the low wall run?
I think you're pretty spot on there. Likely is going to be trying to get as low as he possibly can. Rarely you see this route succeed. When I was going to say go on the outside area, and then again, when you've got a teammate like Riskin, this is what I was talking about. He's Mr. Bodyguard. Riskin will be enabling Gataga to take routes like this. This is going to be the 1-point lineup. He is going to try and equalize, and he will do.
No!
No, he won't.
Dave says get out of there, but he doesn't do just enough, and that may end up going to a 2, what would have been a 1. And look at this, he waits as well for the reset. He's not stupid. He's going to make sure they don't overextend. Eventually puts it in, and Broken picks up 2.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Great play from Vitality there.
Yeah, that's some sexy Call of Duty. That just works so beautifully. Not only the play starting with Riskin bodyguarding Gataga, the patience after that to enable the rotate, then Broken takes down 2 in glass, then enabling this to become 4-1, and they're not done yet. Vitality are looking fantastic in these past 30 seconds.
Well, he's actually going to go for 2 here, I think. He's going to try and get it, gets the boost as well, puts it in 6-1 now to Vitality. And if you're Dave in this scenario, you're really upset. He wasn't able to get that drone away. It may have been a very different story. Gataga, can he stay alive?
I don't believe you.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that is very impressive. Looked like that was the end for him. He just get bashed. That was Riskin. Doesn't stop number 7 from coming in. This is just slipping away from Exertus already. It's hard to watch almost.
And you're going to think this play came, they pushed it all the way back through their own spawn, past their own portal, went for the low wall run, and, you know, Riskin made a crucial kill, and since then, it's been very, very one-sided. But here we go, Vortex pushing up with his team. They believe he has Desire in front of him as well.
Ooh,
now it's active camo, but he needs to get past this player. He's actually going to push it now, waiting to see if anybody comes through. He should be able to get a 1 in this scenario. No, he's going to go for the 2, jumping straight from the top, picks up the kill as well. This should be a relay.
It certainly should be, and I just want to commend Vortex.